Liz Truss is always going to be known, I think, whether she becomes Prime Minister or not, for her cheese exploits. And so a few years ago, she gave a rather impassioned and perhaps over enthusiastic speech about cheese. Well, I must say I'm there with her, but she was concerned that we import significantly more cheese than we export. In fact, last year, I think we exported $871 worth of cheese. We were the 12th largest exporter of cheese in the world to Ireland, France, Germany, the Netherlands, the US. And we imported, wait for it, $2.19 billion dollars worth of cheese. So we are, in fact, the second largest importer of cheese in the world. So I think probably our percentage of importing cheese has gone up since Liz Truss's enthusiastic flagging up of this anomaly. We've been importing. There's a number of rather interesting cheeses that we've been importing, particularly from Cyprus recently, and Slovakia, and from Germany. Those are the expanding markets, but we particularly import from Ireland, from Italy, perhaps more so from Ireland and Italy than we do from France, which might surprise people. There are, however, and I think we should be particularly proud of this and we should be promoting this, there are, however, about 700 different British cheeses, of which I'm particularly partial to Lancashire and cheddar. Cheddar, of course, is the cheese which emerges from the Cheddar Gorge caves where it used to mature in Somerset, and the Lancashire cheese, extraordinary sort of smooth, but quite rich cheese. There's also a cheese which I particularly like as well, which is called extra Warwickshire cheese, or Warwickshire cheddar. It's a form of cheddar, particularly pungent. And I remember taking some of that cheese with me once to Moscow. My suitcase got lost and was eventually reclaimed and found about 3 days later. By that point, the airport stank of cheese, my cheese. So I had little doubt about which office I had to go to reclaim my bags, because they were sort of the smell was beckoning me, and I feasted on it for the next 2 or 3 weeks, along with bottles of Ribena. Did you know that Ribena is an extraordinary British drink, which was actually named after, it's one of those things where the British inventor must have stolen the name from the USSR, because there is a drink called Ribena, and it's disgusting. Ribena. I remember buying it once, thinking that I'd finally found a source of Ribena in a Russian supermarket. My goodness, it was foul and unattractive. But there we are. Some people must like it. A very bitter drink, unlike our wonderful syrupy concoction that we seem to bring small children up on. I think I was certainly a Ribena baby. Have fun.